We've been trying to get water in this part of this bigler pasture for probably over 9.5 years. This is a part of a U.S. Forest Service Heber allotment, and on this side of the canyon there's no water unless it's rained enough to catch it in a dirt tank.
The spring of 21 was probably the worst I've ever seen by a long ways. We didn't get any winter moisture to speak of, and no spring moisture. And then for other various reasons, we couldn't take the cattle on up higher, so we were kind of bound to use this country down here. Well, without any water, you know, there was no way we could use this country until we got this project done right here.
We wanted to use our habitat enhancement funds that the department has so that we could partner with the rancher to do a landscape scale project out here that would benefit not only his livestock but wildlife as well.
It'd be a big enough savings to Arizona Game and Fish so that they could contribute over $100,000 towards putting in a pipeline with drinkers on that pipeline, storages, and a well to feed that pipeline. What it took was Larry Gibson, the ranch manager, and Frank Despain Jr. putting this entire bit of infrastructure you see in place in a space of about 2.5 weeks.
It's a great amount of satisfaction for me. It was a fair amount of work. You know, it probably seemed like more work than it actually was. Actually laying the pipe on the ground was no trouble. I mean, it's time consuming. You're talking, you know, 11 miles of pipe, so you could probably roll out 2 miles a day without any trouble.
11.5 miles, 8 drinkers, 3 storages, and then a 20 to 25 gallon a minute well at 1,000 feet that feeds that whole set of infrastructure. All of the drinkers we used here are actually heavy equipment tires that come out of mines. Those 12-foot diameter tires are used on trucks that haul the overburden. A lot of these came out of Morenci or mines up by Grants.
Typically, the 3 catchments here that we haul to, it's about 8,000 gallons per catchment we'll haul during the summertime. In a 500-gallon water trailer, that's 16 trips per catchment. Just in 3 catchments, I'm looking at about 100 hours spent on the summer, and I still have another 32 catchments to haul to as well. So not only it benefits the wildlife, you know, having additional water sources, but it helps us with our time management and how effective we can be.
That expense alone in manpower and time was killing us, and it was beating up our equipment. So it was just really challenging for us to keep these going under our current conditions with these droughts.
Us being able to provide water for this plus to the livestock, I see as a great benefit to us and to the game and fish and to every sportsman that likes to hunt out here. There's a large herd of elk plus antelope plus mule deer that live in here plus javelinas. If the game and fish hadn't have put these guzzlers in and the ranchers hadn't developed water in various locations, there would be very few species of any kind of wildlife here. It would just be impossible for them to live here.
I don't know any rancher that just cares about their livestock. You wouldn't be living out here in the middle of nowhere where there is wildlife if you didn't care about wildlife.